Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. So from today onwards, I'll be starting up a playlist on Flask. So today we'll be just going through what Flask is and probably getting started. So see guys, as you all know that Flask is a lightweight web application framework in Python. Okay. So in simple terms, it's nothing. It's just that it's used to create websites in Python. So essentially what happens is that Python is a good programming language and in most of the cases it is used in backend. Okay, so usually your front end, that's basically whatever you see on the browser, is done by HTML, CSS and JavaScript. So HTML is defined for basic layout and structure of the websites. CSS is used for styling and JavaScript is used for interactivity. I think a lot of you would know it. But now why we are studying Flask? See, Flask is used to create websites in a simple manner. Okay, it's not very complex in order to understand. It's not doesn't follow a very rigid structure. So if you would know it, and the best part, it's completely written in Python, right? So it is for Python developers only. So the core is simple. That means it has features and functionalities which are not very rigid, but they are extensible and it's enough to create good use cases, or at least near production ready use cases which are good for most of the projects, right? And maybe you're doing an internal project in an organization, right? For that maybe you don't need any high-end system. For those purposes also Flask is great. So today is the first lecture of Flask, so we'll move to having a demo of Flask. So guys, let's just go to the coding environment only and try to understand the Flask use case. So right now I have a plain folder. So what I'm going to do is, first of all, I'm going to go to command line, then I'm going to probably paste this URL and write change directory, and then I'm going to write code. Okay. So today mostly we'll be discussing on the installation and getting started. I don't need anything like this. Let me just delete it. Okay, that's probably because it's open. I'll save the changes. Yeah, it's gone. So guys, the first thing that you need to create is start by opening up your terminal. And it's best to create a requirements.txt only. Requirements.txt. So in this case, I'm not creating a new environment. I guess the base environment should handle this playlist, or perhaps we can create a new environment only. Maybe we might need it, so let's just create a new environment. So python -m venv. So virtual environment is getting created, guys. So this is a file that I've created, requirements.txt. I have added Flask. So probably once my virtual environment gets created, I'll show you how to install Flask. I think it's created. So let's just install it. So we're going to write pip install. Okay, first of all, we need to activate the virtual environment. And then let's install it. Pip install finar requirements.txt. So guys, our Flask installation is happening. Meanwhile, we can just wait. Okay, it's done. So guys, the next thing that you need to create is a folder called templates. So here you can keep all your HTML code and stuff. So let's just create one thing called index.html. and from here index.html you can write html5, so it's going to give you the template of html code. And let's just write h1 hello world, and now let's just render it into our okay. So then we need to create a file called app.py. So first of all we need to import from Flask, import Flask and render template. Okay, just keep this f as small f. Then we need to create an instance of the app is equal to Flask. So guys, this is the boilerplate code, underline underscore underscore name. Then we need to write a decorator, so it's gonna basically create a route to our base URL. Okay, base URL is nothing but the local host. Then let's just define a function, define hello world. So let's just say we're gonna render template and we are gonna have index.html. So guys, once we use render template, what it's gonna do is it's gonna go inside templates and look for index.html and render it. Okay, and then it's simple. Okay, if underscore underscore name is equal to, this is just the template of writing code. Okay guys, main app dot run debug is equal to true. I think yeah, this is fine. So now let's just try to run the code. So py app.py, that's how you run it. And you would, okay, there is an error. The function hello world didn't return a valid response. The function either returned none or ended without a return statement. Okay, that's probably because I missed the return part. Let's just add return. So guys, we have hello world. Okay, now let me just walk you through again. So guys, simple, it's just rendering this page which is index.html. So in index.html I have written boilerplate HTML code and added an h1 tag to just display hello world. So I think guys, that's pretty much it for the first lecture. It was just to get you started and create hello world in Flask. We'll move forward and try to complete this playlist. Thank you guys.